Shalom, when they start off Salzburg, giving no praise to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua, Bashem Kodash, double honors to the apostles of great Milson, and honors to brothers doing the work of the Most High in truth and in sincerity. Yahweh's real name, of whom the world ignorantly calls God Jehovah or Yahweh. His real name is Yahweh. His son's true name is Yahweh Shai. And when we pray Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Ba meaning in, Ha meaning that, and Sham meaning names, Yahweh, and the name of Yahweh Shai. This is which quote one from online, where it says an entire culture was led to emulate and embrace violent gang behavior by ballerinas like this. Right? When you watched the clip, and Laws will remember to share it, you basically see this individual being just hella fruity, right? But who have we got to blame for basically this being used as an image for Jake to emulate and for Jake to follow, right? This damn devil, okay, basically puts and sets these particular individuals up on a pedestal, right? And then Jake follow and emulate it. But that's what the scripture says. That's why one of the first things in the law that Yahweh says, right, is thou shalt have no other gods before me, because Jake basically made these individuals into gods. What do they call them? Idols. Okay, even in the responses to this, right? Basically, people, oh, what are you talking about Pac? Which I got a new name for him, Tutu Pac, man. All right, Tutu Pac. And that's what this guy is, right? Like I said, even just in this still here, nigga looks fruity as hell. Right, not verified this, but a few people have basically touched on it as well. But it says everyone thinks you're using ballerina as a euphemism, but you're saying he literally was a ballerina, not a gangster. He grew up middle class, loving parents, great education, and pursued theater and ballet, right? And that's it, man. Because you got several artists that are actually grew up okay, incredibly intelligent. I remember an interview. I think it was with 2 Chainz, and then the interview was like, you smart. Like, why are you doing this, right? But you got something called artistic control. In fact, let me see if I can pull that up in another tab. Just do artistic control, or rather, what is, because apparently that is. So let me look in here and send this over. Just bear with me. Go. So let me send this to this tab. Right. So, what is creative control? So some call it creative control. I've knew it as artistic control, but it says creative control also. Artistic control is the decision-making power over the artistic elements of the final product, right? It says this can be a movie, a TV show, a short film, a book, a video game, right? Basically, actors get taken advantage of, a harsh statement, but it's true. Actors are expected to be grateful for work, but that work can't happen without them. Actors feel like they're all good for us. We're acting like, whatever. But basically, ultimately, it's the people at the top, i.e., Amalek, that has the final decision on how someone comes across and how someone looks. And because he likes to push agendas, right? And these Jakes are just willing to take these agendas. Guess what? That's how we end up in the position that we have, right? Where you basically I knew it was 15. Yeah, you basically have all of these different Jakes that are just doing doing things that are destructive to the whole quote unquote community. Okay, this is Habakkuk 2:15. This is woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, right? And when you're watching these all of his forms of media, if you want to get technical, right, that is one way that Esau is basically pushing drink upon you. Okay, i.e., and that drink is referring to philosophies. Right? If you read Isaiah 32:9, where all of these different philosophies that Esau pushes on the people so that they become drunk, right? You'd be watching a TV show, and then in the TV show, they're basically subverting, usurping, your thoughts to basically be emotionally, I forget the term, but basically you start rooting for the person you're not supposed to be rooting for, right? But when you have the laws, statutes, and commandments, right? You basically understand what is right and what is wrong. That's what these scriptures give us, right? The ability to discern between good and evil, right? Which what Esau pushes is evil, right? Because it's destructive, right? The scriptures is life, but Esau is as death, as it says earlier on in this chapter. But let me read, let's finish this. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to him, and makest him drunken also, that they may look on their nakedness. Right now, with someone like which they're heavy spirits are associated with this individual, because I'll be honest, I was it's just slightly before my time, right? And I thought that this guy had been out there making music for decades, right? And come to find out I was only making music for a short period of time. I was like, oh shit. I thought because I grew up, I was growing up, after his era or whatever, not era, but like after he had because what he got killed in what, early 2000, whenever it was, but basically before me. And I thought, but the way Jake speak about this guy, I was like, yo, this guy's been out there for time. But no, he was used, right? He was used to basically push imagery on Jake. Right, so I want to start off with this is Isaiah 3:12. It says, as for my people, children are their oppressors, right? Which even on that, I was going to touch on that, right? But that's this Edomite, man, right? This is representative of this Edomite. He's basically being put in what is that bloody aloneness? Lord's what's not saying. But yeah, basically he's been put in this position of power, right? He's been put in this position of power, right? And with that power, he's basically used it to so okay, I'm just trying to double I'm trying to multitask now, so good. It's like, yeah, so yeah, he's been put in this position of power, and he's done what? He's abused that power upon Jake. Right? That's why you read, different precepts speaks about, continual stroke, Ezekiel 35:5 about how, he's had a perpetual hatred, right? Upon the even says, well, let me grab some of these. Yeah. Yeah, because when it's so for instance, what I call a continual stroke, right? Isaiah 14:6, right? This is basically everyone, but who did he basically push this on the most? The Israelites, right? It says, he who smote the people in wrath, right? He who ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth. Okay, so that's what's gonna what befalls Esau in the kingdom, right? Because he's done nothing but wickedness, right? Basically, he's gonna be hurt in the kingdom. Okay, and they no one no as it says none hindereth, because everyone's just gonna be like, well, you was doing this to everyone, right? And then what else was I was thinking? This is Yep, here we go. So this is Isaiah 47:6. Right, so I was wroth with my people, I've polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. And this is one of the things that Esau forgets, that we was given into his hand. Right? We were given into his hand. It's not because he's so great or he's so powerful or he's so Mr. But it was basically because for our own punishment, there's several precepts on the matter, right? But what is it then go to say? So thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke, right? And he didn't show us any mercy to this day, right? Which is why he's constantly pushing, different ways for Jake to be killing themselves, right? When you're having individuals such as Sexy Red being put up on a pedestal, right? That is destructive to a nation. That is destructive to the perception of that nation, right? Because you're gonna have some, Edomite somewhere who's never been around Jake, and he's just gonna think that's how all so-called black women behave. Okay, but Esau did that on purpose, right? Just the same way he set up individuals like Park, like Biggie, right? No, Tutu, right? Like Tutu, like Biggie, like all of these different gangster rappers, right? To basically subvert the children of Israel, right? Because we are hit, we're enemies. Jake will like to pretend otherwise, but we're enemies. We're natural born enemies, right? And this is that word there, subvert. It says undermine the power and authority of an established system or institution, right? And that's it. Jake was supposed to be, you know, we're the apple of the Lord's eye. We're the Lord's chosen, right? But we've basically been brought low, and what's the word I'm looking for? We've been brought low, and we basically aren't carrying ourselves in it to the high standard, that is spoken of in the law. Right, once again, individuals like this were very important in that transition. Right, so let me finish. Isaiah 3 and 12 says, "As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the way of thy paths." Right, and Jake be getting leaders from anyone and everyone but Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay, they just be following anything, anyone, whether it's politicians, whether it's musicians, whether it's a pastor. That's the thing. They'll follow the past, but they won't follow the scriptures, right? And the proof of that is if you go out, and you basically, say, hey, your pastor's going off. Oh, how can you say that about Pastor so and so? Blah 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 blah. But you show them the scriptures, and they'll still defend, that individual, right? Yet when it comes to actually, no, but this is what the scriptures say, people don't want to deal with that, right? This is which got another point I want to touch. Is 1 Corinthians 6 and 9 says, "Know you not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High? Right? Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, right? Nor abusers of themselves of mankind, right? Nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards, nor revilers, nor extortioners shall inherit the kingdom of the Most High." Okay, and that's it. Nor effeminate, man. Which when you go into this, right, it says a catamite, right? And what it says there of a boy kept for homosexual relations with a man, all right? God, because I said this guy, when you watch him, man, he was looking like a fruitcake, man, right? Hella effeminate. Right? And when it speaks about being kept for for relations, you think, and it's been coming out. It's been coming out. All of your quote favorite celebrities, but they've been doing nasty stuff, man. Right? At first, they tried to make it seem like it was, just Harvey Weinstein was just that one bad apple, and then, okay, maybe R. Kelly too, okay, maybe Diddy too. Right? Well, you're coming to find out all of these guys to make it in that industry, right? You have to sell. Well, I'll just keep it. You got to sell your booty, man, right, to make it in that industry, and not even just entertainment industry, in any of these industries, right? You got to be, what's this term, you got that website, a LinkedIn, right? You got to be LinkedIn, right? You got to know somebody that knows somebody, right? And what was I gonna get, what was I gonna say? Ain't no world. All right, this is Matthew 16 and 26. It says, "For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul?" Right, that's it. So, these individuals, I mean, this guy, he got the fame, right? He got the riches. And to be fair, like when you look, once again, when you look through some of these, it's, what would you call it? You mad, Pac is the goat, huh? Yeah, making jokes and whatever, what have you. Okay, but that's because he got that fame, but at what cost, right? He's dead now. Okay, he's dead now, and that's it. And then, well, in the spirit world, he's in his right mind, right? And but even to this day, you still hear, "Real man, Park's still alive," because they want Park to be, which he may be. Not, you can't believe anything these elites put out, right? But they say it in a way where like they're hopeful. They're like, please, okay. But we're like, F this guy, man, right? He was a destructive influence on our people. And I'm just gonna get one more, right? This is Ecclesiastes 12 and 4, right? It says, "And the doors shall be shut in the street when the sound of grinding is low." And that part is referring to the fact that you're having a load of job cuts, a load of jobs going, just load of hell financially, and with these closures of these factories, these jobs, whatever it is. Okay, it says, he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Right, so these musicians, they're dying. right? And the image of them, right, is being destroyed. Okay, and rightfully so, because once again they've been, very, they basically been having their joy with Esau, right? They've been having their joy with Esau at the expense of the rest of the children of Israel. Because there was a time when Jake, what you see, Jake's, they're all in the suits, they're all, well, they carried themselves well, right? But then comes along, these influences, right? These not influencers, but these influences that Esau pushed in the media, right? That destroyed Jake. Okay, so once again, just a quick one. But yeah, as always, what I was edifying. Until next time, we say shalom.